Back in the 1980s and 1990s, when Bill was actively involved in the day-to-day operations of Microsoft, he was a pretty controversial figure. He was known for being a cutthroat, monopolistic, arrogant businessman.
Now, if we do a really great job on new vaccines, healthcare, reproductive health services, we could lower that by perhaps 10 or 15%.
You know, the way our foundation is working with the private sector to create therapeutics and vaccines, that's moving at record speed.
Bill's foundation is facing allegations that they violated medical ethics with their vaccine testing. In 2009, Bill's foundation funded a clinical trial that administered an HPV vaccine to 14,000 tribal girls between the ages of 10 and 14 in India. Many of the children not only became sick, but 7 of them passed away. Now, Bill's foundation are not actually the ones that conducted the trial. They simply funded it. As you can see, Bill's charitable allocations, his stance on intellectual property, and his potential violations of medical ethics have plagued the foundation for decades. However, it was not until the pandemic that these concerns really saw the light of day. And since then, these legitimate concerns have evolved into full-on conspiracy theories. It all started when Bill Gates had a TED Talk in April of 2015, where he described that the next biggest threat for humanity wasn't wars or asteroids, but rather a pandemic. When the pandemic actually rolled around, most people praised Bill for having such a foresight and regretted that society more or less ignored his warnings. But there was also a large group of people that suspected that Bill was right not because he predicted it, but because he planned it.
So the role of the Gates Foundation as an advocate for those who don't have access today is to make sure there's technology and standards, including open source work that we're providing through the financial switch, which is called Mojaloop, and through the digital identity system, which is extremely valuable, not just for financial activities, but for health and voting and education, and that's called MoSIP. Well, once you have the digital money system, then there's all sorts of services and applications that can be built on top of that.
Embedded in his hand is a microchip that serves as his keys, his ID, and his wallet.
Elon Musk has developed a new company called Neuralink. It is the first chip implanted into the human brain that directly links the human brain with the hard drive of a physical computer without a wire, without a cable.